And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's afternoon discussion. We got some more Panera, enjoying their food and enjoying the fueling of my creative spirit from my creative projects to dig deeper into philosophical thought and develop, create, and nurture intellectual property. Some projects I'm working on, hopefully to bring them to the marketplace someday for others to participate with. So that is my goal, and in this afternoon discussion just want to talk a little bit more about the last afternoon discussion where I just spoke on really eating, dieting, the metabolism, our creativity, and how it's all kind of linked. And we must eat to fuel our creativity, and just like we eat to fuel our basic biological processes. Creativity is a process, a bit of both a physical, a mental one that comes to be consciously oriented towards the revelation of our projects, almost in a sense. And so that requires a lot of energy, just like AI and these data centers require massive amount of energy to process all this data. So does your mind when it comes time to work on your creative projects, or even to just pursue creative projects. You're going to run into a lot of barriers, and sometimes you can break down barriers that are impeding your growth, physical, mental growth, your creative projects, just by adjusting some of your diet, eating a bit more. Go through some fasting, different fasting, overeating, undereating periods. Challenge yourself physically, challenging yourself mentally through creative projects. If you're a meal prepper, that stuff works. I'm not a meal prepper. I don't really go along with the meal prepping. I eat when I'm hungry. I eat when I need to, I guess, and maybe it's not the best way to go, but I eat to live, to survive, and keep pushing to the limits of my existence, the limits of my understanding, the limits of my creativity. And there's a lot of fasting involved with my dieting, but I also I use my fasting to push myself to further understand the limits of what I can accomplish when I'm fasting. And so what I'm just basically trying to say is dieting, exercise should all be incorporated with a creative mindset, and not some rigid type of, I have to eat this many calories, I have to get that amount of protein. And while all that stuff may be great and is accurate and probably good to keep track of that stuff, or even maybe seek professional help, it's important to also know that you should be having fun with your eating. You should be testing yourself, testing different foods, testing the limits of your creativity, and that will ultimately lead you to understanding that our metabolism is something more than just a biological process. It's something that we kind of have to become involved with. So learning how to eat more, learning when to eat, maybe doing some fasting, all that fun stuff. So that's it for today's afternoon discussion. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to make my way back to work.